Another Love Smarter, Not Harder IGTV Q&A. Here's the question. How should I handle a guy who I met on a dating app who put in his profile that he wanted a relationship? We met once and continued to text, but he grew lukewarm, sometimes taking days to respond to a text. Although his responses were thoughtful and long, it has frustrated me beyond belief. Fast forward to 3 weeks after our meeting, a month since we've been talking, and he let me know that he is not in a rush and that he wants to take things slow and that I scared him off by pursuing him. He still texts like a dinosaur and has not made any requests to meet again, although he says he is open to a relationship with me. Am I wasting my time? I told him last night that I no longer wish to text, that if he wants to call me or meet up with me, that's fine, but I will not resort to a text-only thing. Any advice is appreciated. I've heard this is common from dating sites. Thank you so much. So yeah, he's putting you into this textationship, and I think it's perfectly reasonable for you to say, listen, I don't want to go back and forth on text anymore. If you want to meet up, that's one thing, but I'm not going to sit here and just go back and forth and back and forth. And I think ultimately what's happening is he's probably texting a lot of different people. And I think it's kind of normal when you first meet someone that they're texting a bunch of people, they're talking to a bunch of people, you're talking to a bunch of people, and he's probably just kind of like feeling things out. And I talked to my husband because I was like, what's this bit about that he claims that you scared him off? And I said in one of the last IGTV Q&As, I said, you can't scare off the right guy. And I asked my husband, I was like, was that right? He's like, yeah, that's right. He isn't buying this "you scared me off" business. My guess is that he is like I said, he's connecting with a lot of different people, and he likes you, but he also likes some other people, and so he's kind of keeping his options open. Because I said to my husband, I said, because he was seeing other people we met in August, and then we didn't become exclusive until January. So that entire fall, he was dating other people, and so was I. And I said, could I have scared you off? I mean, that wasn't the situation, because the way that things were, I was dating someone else, and I didn't kind of come at him that way. But I was like, could I have scared you off? And he's like, yeah, no, you couldn't have scared me off. And there were other women who were being very aggressive and sending him super long texts and definitely being more like, let's get together, than I was. And he was okay with those women. He didn't have a problem with them being very forward. He didn't bother him. It was flattering, but he just knew that he wasn't going to pursue anything with them until he figured out what was going on with us. And so that might also be what's going on, is that he's not going to really give a green light for you and him until he figures out what's going on with someone else. Now, that's not really fun to hear, I know. But I think you deciding, you know what, whatever he's doing, but I know what I want to do, which is either talk on the phone or meet up IRL, enough of this textationship. So I think you did the right thing. I don't think you scared him off. I think that was just a weird, lame excuse that he gave for who knows what reason. And I think that you are absolutely right to set your standards high. And in fact, today's podcast episode talks about when we set high standards in dating, research shows that we are more likely to have a high quality marriage because we have these high expectations. So we're not settling for textationships, etc. And when we do this, we then expect so much that we meet someone else with high standards for a marriage. And so all of these high expectations, not being too picky about stupid stuff. I don't mean that. I really don't. People get that twisted a lot. I'm not talking about I'm not going to date him because I'm only going to date guys who are 6 feet and he's 5'11". That's stupid. No, not talking about that. I'm talking about having high standards for how you're going to be treated, which is with respect, which is with integrity, which is with someone who you have the right to say, I want to be with someone who's pursuing me. And I want to be with a man who's man enough not to get scared off if I'm just genuinely communicating with him that I'm interested in him. So those are my 2 cents and also Dan's 2 cents. Thanks. Hope that's helpful. Bye.